Hello everyone, it's Rita here, and today is Monday, and I think I'm going to work on Roxy Creations weekly challenge, and it is week number 29. So she made some little bags, which I thought were turned out really cute, so I'm excited to try it. I'm going to do this page here. I'll show you in a minute. But I wanted to show you this book I got. It's called Homegrown Gardening, Best Perennials for Sun and Shade. But the reason I wanted to show you this is just it has beautiful, I hope it's not too shiny on you, but every page, the front and the back of the flower page is just beautiful. So, you know, they're just completely cover the whole page. So I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this book. And, you know, I can just keep going and going and going. Look at, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Plus, you get to read about all these different flowers. In fact, I'm thinking I want to plant, I don't know which one it was now. I should have marked it, but I want to read the page. Anyway, there was one in here I thought for my area. That I could plant and would last all year long. So I got this at Ollie's, and I don't know if, you know, of course everybody doesn't have an Ollie's in their area. So I did look online. I looked at an Amazon only, and I could not find anything for this book, but that doesn't mean they're not out there. You know, there's a lot of book websites and things like that. So if you know, are interested in this, I'm pretty sure you could find it somewhere. Okay, and then, so on her challenge this week, she's making these paper bags, but out of images. She's using book pages, or copies of her book pages. Let's see if I can just rip this down. Okay, so we don't need this piece. Okay, now, and we can't really go this direction because that would make our little, it would make a small envelope, but not, you don't want it this long, or a small paper bag. So it would be, if I use it this way, let's say this way, the flowers look like they're going in the right direction as far as I'm concerned. If I wanted these yellow ones out, that would probably be even better. But I don't know if I want these yellows because I kind of want to put this in a journal that I'm working on. I think this is the one. Anyway, let's just get started. So the bottom of your page, you're going to fold it up like a 1/2 inch maybe, or less, maybe 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to that down. And now I'm not doing it exactly the way she did it, but folding, I mean. So then the top, you fold down, let's see if this works. I don't think it really matters. And then you're going to fold this again, but you want it to be just over this particular line that you just scored or folded. Okay, that way when this is all glued together, you won't be able to see that part of the page. Oh great, so I did it on the sunflower side. Oops, let's reverse. I was always used to doing it from the inside, folding. Okay, so now we're still good, I think. Okay, now we're going to fold it in thirds, or we're going to fold it so this overlaps here, like so. And it doesn't have to be exact, but you want it like 1/4 of an inch over the prior fold. And if you need it to be, you know, if you have a bigger page and you need it to be shrunk down, you can fold it even farther over, or you can cut it down. Okay, so before we do anything else, any gluing, we're going to cut this flap out of here, which is the piece right here, which probably, you know what, I need a longer scissors. For some reason well, for one, my eyes are no good for cutting straight lines anymore. So I'm just going to cut this down like so. And then little gap, little corner there, you know, so that that can fold up on top of that. Okay. Now, this here, I feel like it needs to have a little bit, and you can make this judgment for yourself. If you decide that, you know, it's in your way, just take a sliver off, like so. And then she did hers with like a decorative scissor on the bottom. Let's do it on this side. And I'm just going to trim this here with my decorative scissors. And then if you want to ink, I think now would be the time to ink it. I'm going to put a little ink where I can see that it's white. And I think here too, because this paper's got some white. Okay, so now when you come in like this, you'll have that little flap. All right, and then on this section, we're going to cut from the top here all the way to the second fold line you made. Okay. All right. And then this section is going to be this section is going to go folded all the way up like that and like that. You see that? And then you've got this piece left. And again, these may be in your way, so if you need to, you can just trim a little bit off. So that it's not, it takes a little longer. So this one gets glued down. You're not going to see this inside. This is going to be inside the pocket, so you're not going to see it. I like this because it's like a double-sided paper. Okay, so then, then I've got to fold this down here. This is going to be the top of the bag. This doesn't need to fold over, which is what I keep forgetting. But I'm going to fold it down. Ah, I lied. Not there. We're just going to fold it down here. But see, you're going to give yourself a little bit of room so that they're going to overlap. These here are going to overlap that. So you'll see when we... And again, I should have trimmed a little bit. I just wanted to make sure that the back did not show. All right, so now to close it, it has that glue on there. Let me see if I can wipe that away. Otherwise, it'll glue shut. This is kind of like the first one I made. I did make one little sample. So I'm going to, now I usually glue this side at the edge and this side at the edge. Oops, if I can just get it there. And then when you close it, you're going to glue that and that, so there won't be any problems. So to let that set for a second because it's shiny paper, so it's not wanting to stick so well. Get a glue page. So that gets glued up at the back. And this, see, normally you wouldn't have this crack here. Okay. So let's cut this part. I'm just making this first one, and then we can do kind of like assembly line like she does. And I think I'm going to cut this in just a tad to make it look like a real bag. Let me ink this, maybe you can see it better. This paper has a lot of glare. Okay, but that's your little paper bag that's stuck together. I just have to leave it open and retouch up the glue. Okay, I'll just stick something in there so it doesn't fold down. So let's do it again this time. I was going to do another one like that, but I don't really think you can see it very well. I'll save those for a later time. So on one of the kits that I've been working was the Botanical Architectural Vintage Botanical Architectural Journal. And so these were pages from that digital, all these fussy cuts. And I decided instead of fussy cutting these out, I was going to make those little bags. So I could cut this in half here and make a little bag out of that. These are all going in that direction, so if I was to go this way, it probably wouldn't look that great. But so I'm going to get my cutter. And it doesn't matter, they can be different sizes. I'm just going to make sure I'm not cutting off a flower. And I will cut this off if it's in the way. I thought maybe, well, I'm going to wait to cut it off. Now this one, I can do a full size, you see. So this one I'm going to cut off that part because I think it will show with the name and everything. Okay, and then I'll cut this part off. This may be a part that's folded down. Would make my, oh well. So much for being straight. Okay. And this I already did, this one. And then this one can also be going in this direction. Because I think these would be great for any journal. You know, I can pop these in. And I really, really need to get things that I can just pick up and put in a journal. Because it just takes so much time to make every single piece. Okay, so there's those. Let's see. And then I was wondering if I have something else that would work. Different type of page. This one, I don't know if it would work. I think it would. Wait and see on that one. I think These are all botanical pages. There are so many in this kit. If you haven't gone to get this kit, you need to, because there's just an abundance of flowers. Okay. I have these pages too, but they're cardstock. I don't think it would work as well. But isn't that beautiful? Just gorgeous. These are just background sheets. Oh, sorry. I don't know what that was. It wasn't for me. Okay, I don't have those in the other pages. So this one, I've evidently ripped off part of it so I could use it. Probably tore the botanicals out. So the first thing we did was turn this up. That. Turn this one up. I don't think those will show because when I close the, well, it will. One side will. I was going to go print a whole bunch of stuff, and I thought, you know, I just need to, let's see if I can just fold it up. No. You know, I love it when the designers put their names on the pages, every page. Oh, what is this still? Hold on. I put it on silent. Sorry about that. That one I'll leave. So it seems to be a nice day out today. My daughter and family are at the lake that we have close by. And she just called and said, Mom, do you want to come to the lake? And I said, no, I don't think so. So, you know, I just don't want to sit out there in the heat. And they're all out, you know, having fun in the water, and there's sea-doos and all that stuff they have. And just kind of, I don't know. Next time she has a pool party, I'll go. All right, so now this is going to get folded down to, I hate that the flowers aren't going to show. Well, shoot. But if I made this the bottom, you didn't tell me this, Rachel, that I was going to lose part of my design. This one has to be folded over that little edge there. Maybe this will have enough room. This is going to be a little tiny one. I guess I'm folding this about 1 inch. Yeah. And then just coming over that, fold whatever it takes to cover it. Okay, so now we're gonna do it in thirds. Come on, don't play around with me. I mean, it doesn't have to be right dead center, but okay. That one I'm just going to cover there. I like the little ones, they're kind of cute. And if the tops of these don't match perfectly, you can just trim it down a little bit. Let's make sure these are not too big. We need 5, to me 5 inches is about as big as you can go. Let's see. Yeah. Put this on the top since the more flower shows. See how that's off a little bit? I would just get, I don't know why it's off like that. But just get one even, and then you can just go along and trim this to match up. Hopefully that will work. Okay. A bit more in. Okay, so let's see what happens. So we're going to cut this part out and over to an angle, a little bit of an angle. I think, yeah, I do like to cut these. I'm going to, next time I'll start cutting them in a little bit. Okay, then this one we're going to, now I forgot what I was doing. I don't want to cut, yes, I want to cut down here to the second fold line. Probably need to, well, let me just, see, that's going to go all the way down there. No, this is going to go all the way down. And this. Let me get a glue stick. I don't know if Rachel come up with this on her own, but it's kind of genius. It's like she does this in such a way. All right, I'm going to trim just a hair because I don't want any of that inside to show. going to be and then we're going to do this side. See how that shows? I don't like that. But I think I'm just going to cut this anyway at a little bit of an angle to make it look like a sack would look. And then if you want to cut this extra piece down here, give it a little bit of, you could use pinking scissors, scallop scissors, or nothing. But to give it more of a bag look. Oops. Might help if I glue down the sides here. Get ahead of myself. My thinking. So this, and this is overlapped in here, which it looks okay like that. Let's see if I can cut this part. These scissors are not the best as through any kind of thickness, but again, I have glue on there, so. Okey-dokey. A little bit of texture on there. Okay, so there's our first little paper bag. But I think it's something you want maybe to tuck in. I'm surprised that's so wrinkled. Usually this glue doesn't do any buckle. Maybe when it dries completely it'll go. Yeah, so if you were to put it into a journal, let me get this journal here. I'm going to do this video next anyways. Oops. I guess you could have a flip here, which would be kind of cute. I never know how I want a flip to go. So if I do it this way and put a journal card in there, when you open it, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I hope to put a couple in that journal or something. Alrighty. How much time? Okay, we're good. Can you see in, I hope I'm in camera. Okay, I'm going to just cut a little bit smaller. That's pretty good. Cut down to the second fold. And this gets folded down to here. checking my thinking here if I'm doing it right. Okay. So this gets folded all the way down. I have to remember the middle goes all the way down. And these go down to the first fold. Or the first fold is, we fold it down. I'm not so worried about it gluing that good in there because now see, this is really off, and I knew one of these was going to be really off. So let's get, see if I can just move this all over a bit. And I'll just cut this a little bit. So there it's like not, All right. Try a little bit longer, but that's okay. A raggedy edge is fine. I have to come back and do this. Yeah, I'll just wait and come back. So there's our two now how did I do that? That is weird. I don't know what I did, but I want to do it again. So what did I do? You see what I'm saying? This has got this part here, and this one is above the pocket here. Oh my goodness, I don't know, I could mess it up. Okay, so I just came in here like this. I'm trying to recreate. You could also score these if you're not sure about the distance. You could just, that way they would always be very even. Okay, so the last time I glued this, I feel like I glued that all the way down. Yep. Then these were part down. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. And these get glued down at the first fold. Okay. Well, I guess it can go both ways. That is very strange. Then I'll glue here. So. I feel like this should be a little, I probably should have gone down a little bit more. You know, she doesn't give you sizes when she's working. You don't know how really how deep something is, you know, folded over. If it's an inch or an inch and a half. I try to look at, sometimes on her mat, when she lays things down, I can tell. But, and it's because every page is different. Everybody does it different. Okay, so that's that. But it's pretty, isn't it? The flowers turned out okay, even though they were cut off at some of the tops. Let's see if this is dry enough. I can get... Okay. Let that dry. All right, so... Can't move these little slippers. If you can't get your little slivers off your mat, you just get one of these little scrunchy thingies, scrubbers, and it just takes everything right off. Okie doke. Get my pan. So we can decorate. What can I decorate it with? We can't put more flowers on it, right? So maybe, yeah, I'm gonna have to use just maybe a piece of fabric. Let's see what I have in numbers. And get some lace. Let's see. I love this, but it's a little too much sometimes. Yeah. I'm gonna dig out a bunch of fabric. Oh, I can't get it out. Here's some a bit of blue stuff, which works. Let's see. That blue looks nice there. I'll use this to put this on with. I wonder if I need to glue that down a little bit more. Okay, I was just gonna, no, that won't work. I don't think. I was gonna see. Yeah. I just wanted to see if I wanted to make a hinge on this. Get it pre-made, in other words. So if I want it to be stuck on, so if I end up going to an out, no, I don't want that. Okay. So this would work to flip out, right, right. Let's see, I need to. Yeah, I feel like these, I didn't fold them down far enough. Especially this one, it's oh, you know what? I didn't want to use this color because I've been using so now if I want to put this on a journal page, let's just pretend here. So this would go on there, glued on, and that would flip in. Okay. Or you could do it this. Just trying to get an idea here. Yeah, that one's going to go that way. But if I flip it, so I need to decorate both sides of this. Okay, well, that's that. So I was going to put something else on here. I'll ink around that. I thought maybe just a postage stamp up in the corner, kind of. Where are you? Let's see if I can find something that maybe has a little blue or even a little pinkish red. Here. It kind of brings it all together there. These are Tanya's botanicals, but in stamp form. But they were very tiny, so... yeah. Look at this color. Maybe I'll just put it down here. I do kind of like that. Okay, let's give it a little color here. Oh, it's got to be whether glue is just not behaving itself. I don't care what I do. I used to put it in the refrigerator, but I haven't done that lately. Okay. Well, if this doesn't look like a paper bag to you, I understand, but it will make a great pocket. Okay, so, and then I could just put, maybe on this back, just, next time I should, like, go over really wide, and that way I would have plenty of space for journaling. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I don't think that I have time to do anymore, and plus it gets boring after a while, doesn't it? But those turned out cute. I am really pleased with it. Oh, I should save one of these without this ink. All right. Well, I have more to make. Okay, so here we go for today. I don't know how I got this one where the pocket is, where the fold is in the front. I have no idea. I prefer the kind that there is no fold in the front. So, I don't know what I did. I'll have to look at the video if I feel like it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to go back and watch what I do. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me, and I hope everything is in view this whole time. I've tried to lower the camera a little bit. Otherwise, you see everything on the desk, and it kind of takes away from what I'm actually doing. But if I get too low, then it's so easy to get out of screen. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a happy Monday. Bye.